Welcome to Bentonville Film Festival with two. This is your second one that you're coming into this year. Has it already screened yet?
We had a special premiere like in Monterrey, Mexico, where it was filmed. It was just like family and friends, just because all the LGBT community from Mexico was involved. Monterrey, Mexico was involved, and we thought that it was a good idea to share it with them first. Yeah.
Okay, but this is the first.
This is the premiere, U.S. premiere.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
I have to tell you, I am so impressed with your visual style. What inspired the story, first off?
Okay, so that's my inspiration comes from like personal stories with friends and connections that I found throughout my life, but also it's inspired by my culture. You know, in Mexico, it's very hard for people to be accepted in general, like from their parents. Like religion plays a big role in society, and like this is a big inspiration with my friends, a lot of my really close friends trying to come out. I was kind of like the secret bearer, and I was like the devil holding their secrets for so many years, and that, like it or not, it impacted me in the way I live my life. So those are the main inspirations. And also there's some, I love idioms, you know, Mexican idioms, and there's like this saying that says los secretos son del diablo, which means secrets belong to the devil. So that kind of inspired me into creating this world, colorful world, to tell a story. Yeah.
Now, you have a lot of iconography in it. Are those real saints and stuff that I saw on that altar?
Yes, they're all like, there's only two paintings that we actually had custom made by a queer artist in San Francisco, just for the film, but the rest are saints. Yeah.
And your part in the story, you are like the drag queen fairy godmother. Is what it felt like.
Yes.
What did you bring to the character? What background did you go, oh, I'm going to use this?
Well, it was a hard part, and it was hard not because it was difficult for me, but because it hit home. It's a story that when I read it, I felt so identified by it and so connected. And I've always loved films with drag queens in them, even way before I was a drag queen or whatever. And they were always like this magical people who would welcome you into the community, who would be there for you so you wouldn't feel lonely. And as a gay kid, I always felt lonely, you know? And the first time I went to a bar, I was hoping this magic thing would happen and I would feel in a community, but I felt even lonelier, you know? And later on in life, like years later, when I was starting with all this drag queen profession, I took it up on myself to be this person that I wanted to have for me when I was young, you know. So I always offered people my company, and I would greet them. I still do, because I think it's something very important and that we need so much being young. So all of this is always on my mind. So when this role came, I was like, oh my God, like this is what I wanted, and now it's what I do. And there it was when I realized that I became the person that I wanted to meet when I was young. And so that was very special to me, and it moved me so much. And the film was an opportunity for me to talk to my younger self. So I see a lot of myself in Huitzili's character, Lorenzo, because I recognize myself. And I think a lot of queer people, not only gay guys, but like trans, non-binary, any kind of queer people and any kind of outcast will feel connected to him. And so it was hard for all of these reasons. There's a lot of reasons and a lot of background, but it was hard because of that. At the same time, it was very easy because of that. But it was coming to terms with me, with myself, with my job, with my drag persona. Very, very special. And I'm very grateful to Sofia for this.
On the set, because you had other drag queens on the set too, did you guys talk about, I remember when I did that? Or was it bringing up a lot of emotions for everybody that was involved?
Not really, because the scenes with the other drag queens are scenes that are very like lighthearted or very funny and very casual. So none of this happens. This emotional thing happens in the scene where it's only Lorenzo and my character, Graciela's scene. That's where all of this comes out. And all the people, Sofia and also the crew, were like very into it and very emotional, because a lot of the crew was mainly women and queer people, LGBTQ people. So it was a very special moment. But with the other drag queens, it was just a laugh. It was a laugh. It was amazing, and we had a lot of fun because we're friends as well. So they're also drag queens,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have some questions for. The way you told the story is such a love note. It felt very precious. There was a lot of emotion behind it. At least I felt it when I was watching it. And when you chose to show his heart and his rib cage and his wings spread out, I was just like, oh, damn. So beautiful. I'm getting all teary-eyed. I know, getting all teary-eyed. It's just, it's gorgeous. Your work is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's moving. And are these the kind of stories you want to tell? Are this is what you want to do with your talent? Because your talent is very great.
Yes, I want to make people feel alive. Either if it's like a sad emotion or love or anger or horror or whatever, I just want to make people feel something, because I think that's what makes us feel alive,
Now, is there any chance that this could be a feature?
Because
there's a lot there.
I know. I just hope that more festivals accept this work of art, because it's not just a short. It comes with just like you are teary-eyed. I think that everybody that watches it takes something from it, and I really hope that other people get to watch it and experience. I'm sorry that I'm crying. Yeah, I mean, I tattooed myself.
Goodness,
yes.
That's your eye?
Yes.
Let me see. Hold it up again. Look
and
at
it's
you.
one of the quotes that, for me, made everything. It says "La fantasía también se vive," which means fantasies are also real. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been a pleasure to see your film, and I want to see a feature.
Yes, I want to see her in a feature too. I know. This has been a very special project, and thanks to you.
No, to you.
No, to you too. You brought everything to life.
Share the microphone.
Sorry. It's special to all of us and to all the people who sees it. I also think it's very important that this message goes out and a lot of more people can see it. It's very special, and I want to give a shout out to Sofia for creating this, and not also creating this specific story, which is very dear to her heart and her friend's heart and the community who we identify with, but also I want to give a shout out that she looked for drag queens to play drag queens. She didn't put actors in drag. You know, she wanted this to be real, and she went and gave us an opportunity to be a part of it, you know? To be a part of the experience, to be a part of the story, and to share our feelings and our stories through these beautiful characters. So, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I see. All right.
Are you working on anything new? What are you working on?
Yeah, right now I have a series that we're gonna start shopping around after the writer's strike passes. Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, it's a really fun queer series with drag queens too, and dancing and everything. It's really fun. I feel like one of the things that I really want to do is bring more stories to the screen that we don't see, and that, like, for people to also see themselves, you know, because I'm bored of so many things out there already. Like, we want to feel representation, you know, and these stories exist and they're beautiful. Yeah. And now I want to put her in every film that I have.